Hey, we're back at the top again today with more of the Pokemon Cries challenge as we move on to Generation 2 because you guys went above and beyond the like goal on the Generation 1 video. But, just like in the Generation 1 video, if you want to see me tackle Generation 3 and put my skills to the test, go ahead and show some love on the like button by dropping a like from the top. Let's try to hit 20 likes because without your support, we cannot reach the top. Now we move on to Generation 2 here, just like I said. But the thing about Generation 2s is, while they are more distinctive, some are still a little bit similar. For example, we don't have something as bad as Rhyhorn and Charizard, but one I know off the top of my head is Chikorita and Igglybuff. Those sound the same, so we are not going to go blind right away. Something that you also might be seeing is this little section right here. You will understand why this little box is up in the left corner. You will understand, because I did make a mistake in the last video. So, you see, once again, we have standard, timer, and blind. We went standard last time because of how close they were, the cries. We could do blind again, but I'm saving that for Generation 4, if we can make it that far. So with that, we are going to go ahead and go standard again, because like I said, while they are more distinctive, they're still a little bit up in the air. But we have to do it harder. Before, we just did hard. Now we are actually going to go to intense. Because I want it to be intense. Because I'm crazy! I don't know why I just did that. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go with this. Go with Gold and Silver and Crystal. And once again, if you want to see Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald, let me know down below. But with that, we're going to start the game with Standard, Insane, and Generation 2. Now, are you ready? Because it all comes together. Let's get it on. Not like Marvin Gaye, though. We're going to start off with a really good Pokemon known as Scizor. And there, I believe that's Sudowoodo, but I'm not picking... No, it's Ampharos. I'm an idiot. See, as long as I can think it out and I don't go immediately crazy, I'm going to figure it out immediately. Not immediately, but that's one of the starters known as Totodile. And that is Lugia. Shout out to my original game of Pokemon Silver. This is just a fun fact. This game lasted me such a long time. I got it originally, and then... Well, this is my first game, keep in mind. When I got it originally, it lasted for a while. It didn't... The game battery did not die until January 2014. I think it was like a week before the Super Bowl. But, and I still have all my cherished Pokemon. All the Pokemon that I have here are actually sitting, I think, on it's one of my Generation 5 games, but I cannot bring them to the current games, because they had different stat totals. No, I wouldn't call it base stat totals, but different stat possibilities in the second generation, as they had definite values. In they're called DVs. They're not called IVs and EVs. They're called DVs in Generation 2. So, they had stats that are much higher than they can in the current gen, so they're unable to pass through Pokebank. So I can't really get them unless I want to adjust their stats. So, nothing I can do about that. But, good shoutouts to Pokemon Silver. I had definitely some fun with that. That is actually going to be Ledian, if I can find you. Fun fact, Ledibo was actually the first Pokemon I actually caught. Not my first Pokemon, but it's the first Pokemon that I caught. I didn't evolve it into a Ledium, though. This is going to be Ariados. Ariados, where are you? I know you... Isn't it an Ariados? I don't actually see Ariados on here. Oh, there you are. I don't know why it took me forever. That's Shuckle. That is Shuckle. You don't. You know the whole thing about Shuckle. I don't... It's self-explanatory. You don't need to explain it. I don't need to explain it. Right there. Is that... I'm pretty sure that it's right there. But I don't see Igglybuff. What is... Oh, that's Bayleaf! See, the thing about Generation 2 cries is normally they go from... Well, actually, just cries in general. They go from like a higher pitch to a lower pitch to a lower pitch. I can't go low right now, but that is actually going to be Bayleaf. See, I'm getting confused. Like, that's in my head that could be a thing, but... Okay, that's actually Sentret, but that's in my head that Igglybuff and Chikorita sound the same, so I think that's lodged way too much in my head. That is Sentret, by the way. That is Igglybuff, but that's actually still going to be Lugia, which we already covered. That is Slowking, who wants to have a certain shady penguin to battle him. You know the whole thing, but A, B, that'll be shitty. Oh, 6, oh, you. That is actually, what? Oh, that's Polytone. Because we trying to make it rain up in here. This is Skarmory. And you can see it right now. You can see my score. That's what this is for. Right there, that is Skarmory. And anybody who tells me, or just, I hear some people saying that Skarmory is a good example for somebody to get an evolution. Why? Do you want the competitive Pokemon to just never knock that thing out? Eviolite Skarmory would be horrible! But we move on to our next Pokemon. I believe that's actually going to be the Bagworm Pokemon Pineco. Remember the first time I found Pineco? I was headbutting trees in between Violet City, Goldenrod City, and Ecruteak City. By the way, this next one is Celebi. And no spoilers, I lost my Celebi in my Ruby and Sapphire Soul Link Nuzlocke versus with Super Gassy in the most insane way. You will have to see it to believe it. What is this? Oh no, my 3DS case. It's beginning to like peel. I've had it for like 3 years now, so. Once again, that's Slowking, but it would be nice if we could get some new cries here. There's kind of a new cry. It's Mareep. So, this is what this is. Why? Why? I know you got one, but why do you pick Mareep twice? That is like a 1% chance of it happening. This is Felix. Shoutouts to Brady, because it's from the Ruby and Sapphire Soul Link versus again. I used a lot of Pokemon from then, from Generation 2. This is Hoppip. I remember running into many, many Hoppips. See, right there! Right there! I know that's Igglybuff, but it sounds somewhat similar to Chikorita. I'm not saying it sounded exactly the same, but it does sound the same. Relatively close. I might be grasping at straws there, of course. There is Flappy. I think we've already done Flappy. I know we've done Heracross, or have we? I'm not exactly sure. That is Elekid. I'm telling you, I'm too good at this. Oh, that's Entei. It sounded a little bit more distorted in my headphones. I'm telling you that is going to be Spinarak. Once again, after 50, I'm going to go completely blind. It's not an unknown. That I know that it's unknown. Do you like that? You like that pun? Here comes the kite Pokemon Mantine. Just don't ever try to fly a Mantine as a kite. That's Entei again. It sounds so much different in my headphones, though. There we go. Got Smoochum, one of the baby Pokemon introduced in Generation 2. Then we have my very first Pokemon that I caught. And there's Heracross. We're beginning to repeat things. I got 100 to choose from. There's Pillow-Swine. I think I might have... I mispronounce a lot of Pokemon, I feel. But it's just because I I called it something differently when I grew up. Once again, that is Entei for the third time. That is Gligar. I remember not finding Gligar. I did not know Gligar existed until like maybe 2 years after I got my Pokemon Silver game. I believe that is again. That's going to be Mareep again. We really need to stop repeating these things. See, if you heard Igglybuff before, okay, so I was a little bit wrong. Igglybuff is more softer. This one's more sharper. Chikorita's is more. Once again, we got Skarmory. I'm not gonna have any new explanations for Pokemon that we've already done. So if I get a new Pokemon, I'll definitely be giving you another explanation. That is Feraligatr, which isn't actually my first starter ever, but it was the second Pokemon that I picked in my Pokemon Silver after I had accidentally deleted my file. Now, if you want more of that, there is going to be a video on that because we're going to get to a bunch of my favorite moments. Or, not my favorite moments, but the top moments in my Pokemon history. Because we're going through a new generation, you know. So that is Feraligatr. Shout out to the time where I cloned Feraligatr 6 times and then used it to defeat the Elite Four because I was a dumb kid. That's, Slowking again. Man, he just keeps coming back to try to 6-0 me. Once again, we got Celebi. We're nearing the 50 mark. That's Delibird! Keep it shady. Sorry. It's warranted. It's a crit! Speaking of which, that's Togetic. Or is it Togetic? I don't know. I called it Togetic. And there is Suicune. What? Derail. Stop trying to 6-0 me, David! I don't even know him. There's Lugia, and we have 2 more away. There's Stantler. I don't think I have any really responses on Stantler, because I don't really have any really memories of Stantler. I didn't even really catch a Stantler. So I don't really have any sort of homage to Stantler, really. But that is Smeargle right there. And I never found a Smeargle ever. Where was Smeargle, anyways? I think he was in the Ruins of Alph. He was the rare encounter where the Natsus were. And that little area past where you exit Union Cave to get there. And there's a Psychic Trainer right there. But that is that's Smeargle. And from this point on, it's going to be blind. Shoot. Hang on. I want to say that's Fortress. It is Fortress! That's Entei again. This is like the 5th time I've heard that cry. That is Pupitar. So no more explanations unless it's warranted. Quagsire. Fun fact. Quagsire was actually my 2nd ever legitimate shiny back in my Pokemon Silver days. There was a little bit of a gap between my last shiny in Pokemon Silver, between my the following shiny, which was my a special shiny in Pokemon Heart Gold. I think I got it 4 years ago? I think it was. That was crazy, though. But let me just double check. Yeah, it was Quagsire. It is in fact Quagsire. That is going to be Fortress again. I don't know why we're getting repeats now. Hello, Ho-Oh! There's the Ho-Oh I was looking for. Stantler again. You can tell me that I'm telling you, I am not looking. I'm looking at these. That is Tyrogue. Fun fact, my mouse is already on that Tyrogue. That is a Zoomerl. Okay, there's a little bit of a story. What I used to do, I don't know how I had the patience with this, but back in Generation 2, after I beat the League and beat Pokemon Trainer Red, I would have I would bring this is what I do. I don't know how I had the patience for this. I had each Pokemon that I had, and then I brought it with me to the SS Aqua and then trained there. Somehow I managed to get a level 75 Scizor by training there alone, by just repeatedly going on the SS Aqua and battling the trainers over and over. Same thing with like a Macargo and a Zoomerl and a Tyranitar, level 670 Tyranitar I think it was. That's just insane. But more importantly, you just heard me say it. That's actually going to be in a Zoomerl, what this cry was. It's just a little shout out. That is Smeargle again. My eyes are closed. You saw that. Dude, I just went on an explanation about a Zoomerl. Come on! That's Octillery. One of the only few Pokemon. I don't really... No, did I use an Octillery on the SS Aqua? I don't know. That's Skiploom. I don't have any responses to Skiploom. That is Xatu. No, I need to explain something. Some people call it Xatu, but anything with an X in it, I've always called X. I've always used the X sound, like Xatu, Xerneas. I've never used a Z sound because you call theoretically you do call it you call it an Xylophone, don't you? Or is it, some people call it a xylophone. No, I think it is xylophone. I understand where people are coming from, but just in my head, I already have it ingrained in me that it's Xerneas and Xatu. Don't ask me why, but it's gonna take a little bit of practice. Like I'm calling Giratina now, and I'm calling Arceus or Arceus. I don't know. It's gonna I just recently switched that pronunciation from Arceus to Arceus. Now I'm trying to get myself to say Arceus because that's what everybody else. Well, Pokemon's calling it that for sure. But we can click. I've wasted enough time with this. That's Xatu, and let's move on. That's Aipom with its hand as a tail. That is, once again, Delibird. And I should know that because it's screaming at me in my ear. It's a crit! And there is Igglybuff again. We've already gone over Igglybuff. And it's sounding cry, so. That's Tyrogue again. The Scuffle Pokemon. That's Mareep for like the 90th time. I know there's a Pokemon. I just saw it. It's Sneasel. There's a Pokemon that we've never had. Fun fact. Once again, I did not know Misdrevius was a Pokemon until I played Pokemon Crystal, until I borrowed my friend's Pokemon Crystal and then I ended up finding it. Was it in Silver Cave? I don't remember where I actually found Mischievous. That's weird, but I didn't know it was a Pokemon. I thought it was a Pokemon. Ah, boy, you're yelling at me again. I know. You're telling me to keep it shady. 2 videos a day coming your way. That is what I say. Not today. Now, this Pokemon, I already know what it is immediately. Like, I could turn around and click it right now, but I need to say a throwback. Because I am biased when I say that this is my favorite starter. Because this is my first starter. And the first starter that you always choose, it just sticks in your head. And you get completely biased because it's your first starter. And you just love your first starter. Let me just put it this way. What is your first starter? Let me know, and is it your favorite starter? Without a doubt, Typhlosion is my favorite starter. But this is the basic form of Cyndaquil. It'll just look so adorable. I believe... Oh, Jumpluff. I was like, wait, I recognize that. I already got it. Speaking of already getting it, that's Exatu again. That's gonna be Quagsire. Quagsire for the win. That is Apom. Oh, my mouse is already on that. Come on, can't we get some new cries? We're reusing these cries. I can't show off my... that's Smooching, by the way. And I can't show off my amazing skills. That's Quillfish. I'm not sure if I've already done Quillfish. But Quillfish... Where is Quillfish? Oh, there's Quillfish. I was like, it's hiding in between the lines. It's a Quill! That's Octillery again. I don't think I ever used an Octillery. Okay, I need to let you know this. This is another backstory. Because I get a lot more sentimental when hearing these cries. I did not actually know about Chinchou until one day I was just like, hey, there's water in this in the Olivine Docks. You know, the Olivine Docks where there was the dock was pink, and then you could go into the SS Aqua that way. You had all these random lumps coming out of the ocean, and there was a spot that you could surf and fish in. Little did I know, surfing, or not surfing, but using my Super Rod, I ended up finding lanterns and, what's it called? Shelders, and more importantly, Chinchous. My mind was blown. I was at a Cub Scouts meeting, I think, that time. That is... Finally! There's another new Pokemon! Something that I never... Like, it was weird finding Sneasel for the first time. I was like, what is that Pokemon and how do I get it? It looks so strange. Because if you didn't already know, Sneasel wasn't always, like, this dark color with red. It was always... What was it? Shoot. It was brown and white. It was a really strange looking Pokemon, and I was like, what the heck is that? I have to do my high voice. What the heck is that? I can't really imitate me from the past, but that is Sneasel. And we have 17 more to go. That is Sentret. I don't know the odds of that, because we already had that happen to Mareep, and now we're having it happen to Sentret. That's like literally less than 1 chance. There's Heracross again. Are we gonna get one more new one? Because we're doing this blind. We have 14 left. That's Croconaw, but we kind of already went over the my backstory. Unlike Stantler, whom has no backstory. Did this just happen a third time? Oh my goodness, that's a less than 1% chance. There is Hoot Hoot. Now, I always found it funny when was it Hoot Hoot? I don't know. No, excuse me. That was Spearow, whom I would always headbutt out of trees and they'd be asleep. I'd go, why is this Spearow asleep? Because it was always nighttime when that would happen. That's just a fun fact in regards to the Generation 2 games. That one is something I don't know. Let me listen to it again. Oh, Kingdra! There we go! For some reason, like, literally, look how fast I can do that. I call that mystery. Weesnaw! Weesnaw! And that's going to... I'm pretty sure that's Igglybuff again. No, it's actually Meganium. Took me a while. That's Bayleaf. Because it's not all light, you know, like a Igglybuff. That is... Larvitar. Larvitar, excuse me. I've already explained my... Did I? Yeah, I had... Okay, there's two things. First of all, that's not to. Secondly, Larvitar... Well, it's a recent thing. Larvitar was a Pokemon that we had 4 times. I'm pretty sure 3 of them or 4 of them went down. in the Pokemon Gold and Silver randomized Soling Nuzlocke versus with Poise. It's just funny to me. And since we already went over Xatu, I don't really have anything to mention with Natsu. That's Ho-Oh again. I don't really have a backstory with Ho-Oh, though. Because I had Pokemon Silver. What? Hold on. Crobat! There we go. Did I have a Crobat? I don't know. That's Pipitar again, but we are 2 away. We are 2 away! That is going to be either Skiploom or Jumpluff, but I'm leaning towards Jumpluff. And once more, one more! Can we do what we couldn't do in Generation 1 and do half non-blind and half blind? Why, yes we can! Because that is Giraffe-Rig! And that is 100. We made the 100 mark. But can we do it again in Generation 3? Let me know by dropping a like from the top. And can we get to 20 likes? And that's when we will do Generation 3's Cry Challenge. Because, as you can see, I am really good with this. I hit the 100 mark, and we're going to stop here because I don't want to go as far as I can. I just want to get to 100 because that's how many Pokemon we're introduced in Generation 2. But like I said, if you did enjoy, go ahead and show your love by dropping a like from the top. If we can hit 20 likes, we will bring out the Generation 3 Cry Challenge. That will come out once we hit 20 likes, of course. At least after it. But don't forget to hit subscribe if you don't want to miss any more of my knowledge on Pokemon Cries. At least until Generation 5 and 6. I suck with those. But with that, I thank you for watching, and I'll be back in the top later on, because that's how you do on.
What do we have? Oliver Queen will save this city. Desi. Crash Coast.
You ever gonna doubt Daruma 7? Are you ever gonna doubt Daruma 7? Daruma 7 takes lives!